I just made a decision based on something that the Serbian woman said. She said, you know, really, if you're planning on walking down to the lake, and like, why would you? Because there's plenty of buses. You should have got off at Royal Oak. Okay, now that scares me. Getting off at Royal Oak. No, Royal Oak isn't that far from Metrotown. Well, but no. I don't think this is going to work out. I just want to get onto a street that has buses. I am really sorry to say this, but I just had an experience that I'm growing kind of accustomed to. And that's of sharing space with First Nations people and them looking at me like they hate me. I never felt that from Aboriginal people before like that. I really didn't. Yeah, there's a new viciousness in it, and it's the direct result of deceptive, propagandistic stuff like the hoax about the kids being killed in Kamloops. That's totally bullshit. No historian would have thought that was true. They knew that there's no kids getting murdered and stuff. A lot of what you hear from those sorts of activists just isn't literally true. And even if it was, I think you have to go back to the British school children. Like, about 40% of descendants of the British Empire are descendants of what were essentially indentured child servants that came to do heavy labor on farms. That's what those are our ancestors. They're having a very difficult time as well, perhaps more difficult than Aboriginal kids, you could argue, perhaps. But they thought it was beneath them to criticize, so they didn't. That's why we don't know the story, because they're too dignified to tell it, which I think is silly. Mainstream media just don't want to tell it, and neither does the education system. So, yeah, they wanted to generate hatred, and I would say that they're being successful. Certainly not the case all the time. I got an Aboriginal buddy. He's, I don't know if he has any legs at all. I think that he might not have any legs. Anyway, I bullshit with him. He's kind of a popular character around town, actually. Yeah, I bailed. This would have been a stupid long walk. That belongs to the Musqueam Band. Crossin Village. Must be nice, eh? Your little group.
Next stop, Waver Drive.
Just about missed the bus, but as you can see, I caught it. Couple times. You们来自多久？加拿大？
看的很久了，20 years。
20 years, okay.
很久了，很久了。
Nice.
这个是一个现在会说普通话，很厉害的。
很厉害呀，
还好吧？
还好。
你们觉得小葡萄怎么样？怎么样？小葡萄，葡萄。
小葡萄。
小葡萄。这是我们的。
小土豆，小土豆。
小土豆。
Oh. I had the small potato head pronunciation.
小土豆，对，土豆。
出头。
对，他的名字。
Potato head.
对。
You both nodded. Yeah, that's for sure, man. It's amazing, isn't it? How bad he is?
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah,
Incredible.
he's kind of crazy. I don't know why.
No, he's absolutely out of his mind. He should be in prison for actual crimes that he committed. One of them, I'm sorry, you guys, but one of them is that he allowed Chinese interference in our election because it benefited him. He allowed that. That's treason.
I don't think so.
You should look into it. No, I'm sorry, you guys, but you should look into it. That's for sure.
I don't think so.
But I think
it definitely happened.
He has no.
It definitely happened.
Enough. He has no enough capability to manage the country.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, he's a disaster.
Yeah, you know, he has kind of, I don't know why. Many things I don't understand why
And
he did that.
obstruction of justice, he could go to jail for 8 years because he interfered in the judicial process. The politicians and the justice system should be separated, because otherwise the justice system starts working for the politicians that are in power. So they absolutely have to be distinct and separate. Yeah, that's 8 years. He should do 8 years for that, because he's definitely guilty. And the police haven't charged him. It's absolutely unbelievable. No, he should be in prison for 8 years just for that.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure.
SNC Lavalin. No, it's true. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, politics is always a drag.
Yeah.
He created more problems for Canada.
Yeah, anyway, Canada became the worst place in the last 80 years. When we
Well,
came here like 20 years ago, actually it was much better.
and
House price was much cheaper. Like you can buy a house in Burnaby for 400,000.
A
But
house?
now, 2 million.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No, it's incredible. All right.
yeah, it's crazy.
Incredible.
So this is the path. I don't know if you can see it because it's too dark, but the path from Metrotown. I was hoping to get on that path. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to see how they would react. The Chinese Communist Party just denies everything. That's all. Just deny, deny, deny. That's the tactic. Not that much different from some other politicians, really, is it? But if you get down in the weeds a bit, it's better. The water looks beautiful.他们有一点害怕。
Sorry?
有一点害怕，不是吗？你好。Lots of chance to practice Chinese in Vancouver, obviously. Last time I was here, I was waiting for the geese to fly in and out. Might remember this spot. I sat down right over here. Careful, guys. Thank you.
I'll watch out, don't worry.
Thank you. Yeah, I sat down here and made it a difficult one. First time back here. from here, it looks like Metrotown is walkable, and I think that if you knew exactly the right way to go, you could do it without too much difficulty. Anyway, yeah.
Jason got hit by a car.
Had geese flying out, in and out last time. None today. So you got anything to say about what we were talking about? Like, you're just saying that you're sort of interested in the things that I was saying. So, like, could you give me an example of something that I was saying that you thought was interesting?
Thought it was interesting about how you're talking about your channel and how you find the beauty in Vancouver. And I think a lot of people who live in Vancouver will live every day here and go through their lives and not find some things that are
Kind of hard to find
incredible.
sometimes. Yeah, and incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Vancouver's incredible.
Yeah.
What can you say?
And also, if you look into the history of the area, like the natural history,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
what it once was,
Yeah.
you can find some pretty extraordinary things, and some things that can make you pretty sad too, if you sort of like find out what was lost during like urban development and
Oh my God, the
Yeah.
destruction of forests is just
yeah,
so
the
disgusting.
ancient trees. You'll walk through Pacific Spirit and you'll see
Yeah. Oh no, I
like,
know.
the big stumps from these massive trees. And
Oh,
it's just
no.
like, who in their right mind would cut something like that down?
Well, Vancouver was cleared by an Aboriginal guy.
Oh,
So if you want to take one place where there would have been once a magnificent forest, but there isn't now because there's Vancouver, like literally, right? The guy that ran that was Aboriginal.
I didn't know that. I've heard about Millis and something logging company or something like on the island, doing a lot of logging there, but I think there was no regard for
Oh,
the
it's-
future by the
Yeah,
sort of
yeah, it just
European mindset, you know?
Oh, I just hate it. I mean, just
Like,
because you
and
just love
we're
big
the future,
trees.
and
Right?
we're the people who don't get to see what there was.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's really awful.
yeah.
It did build the lifestyle that we enjoy, though. It helped, right?
Yeah, I just feel like I would have preferred the lifestyle of back then.
Yeah, I know.
to see
Yeah,
the
yeah, no,
more
I know.
natural sort of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
you know?
Yeah. So what do we call this thing? Vancouver, no expectations of a walk
Deer
in the
Lake?
woods.
Or Deer Lake. Sure,
A walk in the woods.
you decide, man.
Well, there's three of us, so we should. Why don't we take a suggestion for everybody and Vancouver, no expectation of like I got Vancouver, no expectation of like anything.
A walk around Deer Lake, Burnaby.
We need something more crazy. Like, can you think of anything crazy? A crazy name to give it?
Super duper walk around the woods.
Yeah.
No expectation of a super duper walk around the woods. Okay, so you
Philosophical stroll.
understand though that I'm not taking responsibility for this title.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, I don't like it. You gotta do better, buddy.
Whatever you like.
Philosophical stroll.
A philosophical stroll, that's nice, but it's a bit pretentious.
Yeah. I don't know, you seem to be the expert on this kind of thing.
And pretentiousness?
Well, no. my answer to pretentious is would rather be very down to earth, humble, and I feel like you up to a subject.
Do you think so?
Okay.
Yeah, it's the narcissism of the teenage years. It's great that you're a bit narcissistic at your age. Yeah, it'd be really sad if you weren't. It's the only time you can really get away with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we cut it off here then?
Alrighty, so it's going to be Vancouver No Expectations of a Walk in the Woods.
Yes.
As simple as better, right? Because you'll remember, right?
Sure.
So what's it called?
Vancouver No Expectations of a Walk in the Woods. And the YouTube channel is Vancouver No Expectations, right?
Well, I don't know if that's a channel name. I don't know what the channel name is, honestly. But I know that all the videos start with Vancouver No Expectations of.
Okay.
And the other one is Faking It in French.
Okay.
So if you want to fake it in French, then you can watch my videos and I'll teach you how to do that. Yeah, man, it'd be really cool if you guys watched it.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Maybe you can hear, but you can't see. There's a drone out there. The pilots are standing right beside me.